sorry. Faith, so sorry. So sorry. Oh, I just realized that I'm muted. I'm so sorry. Okay, so yes, welcome everybody. Welcome to this webinar. We're so excited to have you. And please, show those comments, blow up the comment sections this meaning, and tell us how excited you are to be here with us. Show us how excited you are. Make sure that you are listening and you're paying attention. I hope that you have all those burning questions ready. Yes, because those questions will be answered today. Yes, so please make sure that you pay attention. Make sure that everything that you're taking notes today. Yeah, so I'm going to be calling up somebody that is going to I'm going to be calling up someone that will introduce our speaker. So yes, I'm calling Ada. I'm going to bring up someone right now to introduce the speaker to us. Hello, Ada. Welcome.
Hi, baby. Good evening. How
Good
are you
evening.
doing?
I'm fine. I'm excited. I
I
didn't know I was
am.
muted the whole time.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. The excitement just took
Yes,
over and you could
yes,
not
it
get enough.
did. It sure did. I'm so excited. Okay, so
Yeah.
take it off from here, Ada.
All right. Good evening. Thank you so much. Is maybe not just beautiful or what? Good evening, ladies. How are we doing? So I am streaming on two devices. I am streaming on YouTube as well as on Telegram. So if you see me looking both sides, it's just because I want to catch or a glimpse of what's happening on both ends. Okay, so good evening, ladies. My name is Adugo, and I am the programs and partnerships lead here at the Leading Ladies Business Institute. I'm super pumped about this evening. We have been looking forward to it as a team, and I personally have been looking forward to it because what's the whole essence of owning a business? What's the whole essence of having offering services if it's not to make sales, right? So this evening we're going to be learning about how to make sales. You're going to make sales if you implement everything that you learned this evening. You're going to make sales to the point that people will ask, waiting they will call, what's happening now? Like you'll be making, you know how you go on social media platforms, IG, of people who are vendors, and they'll just write there sold out, sold out, sold out. You'll be so sold out that you would need to increase your capacity to produce or your capacity to deliver more in order for you to meet up with demand. And isn't that the dream of every entrepreneur? I mean, that's a dream that everyone hopes for. That what I have, I'll be able to sell it out in time, make turnover, and come back for more. Right? So, ladies, without further ado, I'm so excited. First thing I want to say to you is congratulations on making it to this session this evening. And if you're just as excited as I am, I want to see your reaction, okay? I want to see your reaction. I am excited. I want to see your reaction this evening. Hi, Christiana. Good evening. And that's from you on YouTube. I can see Telegram. Telegram, what's going on? Are you excited or what? Yeah. Okay. All right. So without further ado, I want to call up our speaker for this evening, the one from whom we're going to be learning. She is a passionate lover of God. She is a multifaceted entrepreneur, the CEO of the Leading Ladies Foundation, and by so doing, the Leading Ladies Business Institute. She has, in her years of experience, been able to accelerate the African economy through training, mentorship, empowerment program for women, and empowering over 10,000 women through the Leading Ladies Business Institute. She's a committed lover of God, and she's committed to positive networks, and she is the chief mentor of the Sisters Connect Network and a host of other networks. She's the co founder of the I Lead Youth Initiative, and she has, through this initiative, imparted leadership values to the next generations. Ladies, are you ready? Are you ready for our speaker for the evening? Without further ado, and if you are ready, let's give a warm LLBI welcome. As the way we do it in the Leading Ladies, let's give a warm welcome to our speaker for this evening, Iswa Okoje. Let me see your excitement. Good
Hello,
evening.
everyone. Thank you so much, Ada. Thank you for that warm welcome. Good evening, everyone. I am super excited and pumped up to be here today. I trust that you can hear me loud and clear. Let me know that you can hear me loud and clear. Let me know that I'm audible. All right, whether you're joining in on Telegram or you are on YouTube, let's know where you're joining us from tonight. So I'm streaming on several sessions platforms, pardon me. I am on YouTube and Telegram as well. All right. So someone says audio is low. All right. But please would you try to increase the volume from your end? If I'm loud and clear, let me know that I'm loud and clear and that you can hear me and you are ready to go. All right. Awesome. I'm super excited that you can hear me this evening. It is a privilege. I love to teach a lot, especially about business. Okay, so how is the volume now? Is it better? Is it better? Please let me know. All right, if it's better now so that we can move on. How is it now? Good, good, good. All right, someone says there's an echo. I hope the echo is gone now. Fantastic. All right, so let's get started and let's go on with what we will be learning today. It is always a beautiful thing when entrepreneurs are gathered to learn. You see, because that is one thing that you must never, ever, ever, ever lose sight of. You must never. All right, so I'm on YouTube and Telegram and trying to monitor your feedback so that I know that, all right, I can get feedback from you in real life, all right, and I can follow the conversations as well. All right, so before we go on, you need to share this link with everybody that you know. Let them know that if they ever want to increase their selling, their sales, they ever want to increase their income, they're thinking about selling more in their business, this is the place where they should be. All right, so share this link with everyone that you care about and let them know they should join this live call right about now. So let's move on as we talk about selling and sales. Today we're talking about, the fact that anyone can sell. Is it really true? Some people believe that not everybody can sell, right? And that's why, I have a book called Cracking the Sales Code. And basically that's what we're going to be talking about today. Because as long as you have that barrier, you have that mind block, you have that blueprint, you have that thought and mindset that says maybe I just can't sell, maybe I'm not just good at selling, maybe selling is not for me. How many of you ever felt like that before? How many of you ever felt like selling is not for me? Not everybody can sell. I'm not that good at selling. I'm the shy type. Oh my goodness. When I talk to people and they tell me I'm the shy type, the first thing I tell them is please drop the label. Who called you shy? If you label yourself shy, then hey, that's what you're gonna get. All right. So, what are your thoughts about selling? What are the things you've always thought about selling? Maybe you're there, you're thinking, oh, I'm not just the type that can sell very well. I'm not just good at selling. All right. But let me hear from you. What have been your thoughts about selling? Let me hear from you. What are your thoughts about selling? What are your thoughts about selling? All right. If you're on YouTube, let's see. Let's hear from you. What are your thoughts about selling? Have you always thought, oh, I'm the shy type, I cannot sell, selling is difficult, it's only for a few people? Let me hear from you. Someone says, why is it I'm not selling that much? Okay. Questioning why you're not making as much sales as you really, really, really want to. All right. Someone says, I always thought that selling is not meant for everyone, maybe for the bold. I love that because we're going to tackle all of this today. Is selling really for only a few people? What do you think? Most people think that selling is for a few people. But just before we dive into talking about selling and sales and how it is important in your business, I just want to lay, a foundation of why this training is important and why you need to master sales as a business owner. First of all, understand, that success is a combination lock. Success is not mini money more. All right, it's not a gamble. All right, you can predict success in a business and you can predict success in a person's life, right? If there are certain parameters that are present, they have certain mindsets, they are given to certain habits. All right, you can predict success in a person's life, right? If I see a business owner, I see what their daily routines are like. All right, I can predict if that person will succeed in business or not. All right, so the first thing I want you to understand is that success is a combination lock. Success is about who you become. If you want to be successful, then you have to become a person of success. And why do people really want to sell more in business or make more money in business? It's because behind that thought of making more money is the fact that I want to be successful as an individual, right? I want to have more influence. I want to be able to meet my needs every single time. I want to be able to provide for those around me. Or you have lofty dreams like traveling the world or doing something crazy like going to Mars, right? That will cost you a fortune. All right. If those are the kind of dreams that you have, then it makes sense for you to want to earn more money. All right. But really, what is success about? The foundation of success is in the person that you become. So, in talking about how to sell more, I'm simply going to be teaching you about being successful. Great salespeople are successful people. If you can sell, then you can be successful, right? And understanding that wealth is not in what a person owns, not in the number of cars, the number of houses that they own. You see, because, hey, we see people lose all of those things in one night and it's all gone. So it's not in what a person owns, but it's in who the person becomes. So on your journey to success, it's not truly about just acquiring, it is about becoming. What kind of person are you becoming? All right. The kind of person that you become will be the kind of result that you get. Listen to me now. Listen, listen, listen. Look at your life right now. Look at the results that you are getting in every aspect of your life. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's in business, if it's on your job, if it's in ministry, if it's in charity. I really don't care. Whatever result you are getting right now is simply who you are. You want to change the results you're getting in life, then change who you are. People that are too proud to learn, then they are too proud to become wealthy. Successful people, they put a premium on learning. And this is one, if you don't learn anything today, just remember this, that successful people put a premium on learning. If you are going to be successful as an individual, you must put a premium on learning. It means that learning must be important to you. It means that learning must be priority to you. It means that if you have to choose, when you go, if you have, say, 3 hours, right, to spare, you would rather spend 2 hours, 30 minutes learning something new and just coasting and just gisting about. All right. So understand that you must place a premium on knowledge. You must place a premium on getting knowledge. How do I know that you value knowledge? It's not just that you are here today. It's that number one, you have books. If you look at a person's library, you can tell what sort of person that person is. Are you a stickler for books? Or do you run away from books? You know, at the Leading Ladies Business Institute, right, where we are Africa's #1 premier university for female entrepreneurs, I come across women who tell me, oh, I haven't read a book in 20 years. And I'm like, seriously, your brain is frozen, dead. We will first of all have to do a surgery in reviving that brain and making you come alive. Because if you're not reading, then let me tell you, your mental muscles are flabby. If you're not reading, you're not attending trainings, you're not in webinars like this, you don't pay for trainings with your hard-earned money, your brain is frozen. And you know, there's really no vacuum in life. If you are not improving, you are regressing. All right. You know, if you're not improving, you are regressing. You may not see all the tail signs, all right, of that regression right now. But trust me, poverty is going to catch up with such people, because being poor in your mind is being poor in your results, right? If you're poor in your mind, you are poor in your results. So understand, if you're going to make lasting success in anything that you do as a person, you must learn. Now, I remember somebody told me in the early years of starting my journey to personal development, and my earliest introduction to personal development was many, many, many years ago. I can't really remember, but I mean, I grew up being a stickler for books. You know, I grew up trained to read, all right, and then it became a habit. And as I got more intentional, it got better. So maybe I would say 14, 13, 15 years ago, right? And I just, you know, been a stickler for learning and growing. But I remember something that struck my mind one day. Somebody said, if you're going to become a master in anything, read the number of books in that subject, the number of your age, right? So for instance, I'm 35. And so if I want to master sales, the person was saying you have to read 35 books on sales. If I want to master communication, I have to read 35 books on communication. If I want to master business development, I have to read 35 books on business development. So you understand that it is not a joke. If you are truly going to improve yourself, if you're going to change who you become, all right? And you see, for those of us who have worked in the career world, it is such a deception. Now, what do I mean by that? In the career world, you're not required to be a master of many things. You are just required to master one thing. If you are in customer service, oh, just be the best customer service person that is in this company. You know, if you are the front desk person, oh, be the most pleasant receptionist or the most pleasant front desk person. If you are a graphics designer, be the most pleasant, you know, no, not pleasant now, you know, be the best graphics designer, give us the best designs, you're a video creator, you know, and that's all they care about. But you see, as an entrepreneur, you have to be a master of many things. And it is that process of growth that stretches you to become more, right? You know, working a job, you're not required to be good at many things. You're required to be good at the one thing that you were employed for. But you see, succeeding in life is not about being good at, you know, just a little thing, a little fraction. It is actually mastering a lot of things. And that's why success is a combination lock, right? If you are going to be successful, you would have to unlock that code, right? You would have to it's like a vault, right? You know that combination lock thing that a vault has, right? It's not twisting it to the left once at 30 that unlocks the vault. You probably have to do that, you know, like 4 or 5 times at different numbers until you unlock that vault. So understand, if you will be a successful person, you must apply yourself to growth. You must give yourself to growth. You must be a stickler for learning. If you can't learn, you will be poor. And there's no better way to put it. So what really separates the rich from the poor is not in what they own, it's in what they know. If you would change what you know, if you would keep on learning, if you would improve every single time, right? The law of incremental improvement. If you would improve, no matter the tiniest fraction. You know, I tell people that, my colleagues, I said, look, learn something every single day, every single day, every single day. I don't care if it's something you do routinely. But you see, I know we brush our teeth every day, but can you get better at it every single day? It is that important. If you have such a value, you know, for becoming better, then you are well on your way to becoming successful. Successful people are a stickler for knowledge. They love to learn, and they will give anything to keep on learning and learning and learning and learning and learning. I know here today we're not talking about reading books, neither are we talking about all of these things. But you see, if you really want to be successful, right, the iron law of the universe, the law of cause and effect, find out what a successful person has done. Repeat the same process and you will be successful. It's not a miracle. Find out what a successful person has done. If you will repeat what that person has done, you will be successful. I remember talking to someone one day, and we're talking about this rich man in the world, and we give an example of the richest man in Africa, who happens to be Dangote. And I was talking about how one of our coaches was saying that he was at a training with this man, and that this man takes 50 trainings every single year. Now, listen to me, guys. How many years do we have? How many weeks do we have in a year? We have 52 weeks. And out of 52 weeks, this man is getting trained every single week. It is not a wonder that he's successful, right? Someone says, oh, he spends government money. His uncle gave him money. I believe his uncle has other sons. Why don't we hear about his uncle's sons the way we hear about him? It's because this man is doing something different, right? This man is doing something different. He is a stickler for learning and learning and learning. Someone was on the flight with him a while ago, and it was a long flight. And he said on that long flight, this man did not sleep a wink. He said he had all kinds of books sprawled out in front of him on his table. And he kept going from one book to another and another and another and another. If you will be successful, you've got to have a value for knowledge. Put a premium on knowledge. And how do I know that you put a premium on knowledge? If I look at your bank account statement, I can tell that you value knowledge or not by where your money is going to. If your money goes all out to pay for things and not buy you knowledge, then trust me, you will keep on getting common results because all you have is common sense. But if you're going to grow, if you're going to produce results beyond the ordinary, then you need to go searching where most people don't go. And that is learning from others and reading books. All right. So I believe that I've laid the foundation of why it is important, for you to be a master at learning. Be a master at learning. Value it. Love it. It is never convenient. It's never easy. But the truth is, do you want easy results? And that's the thing about most people. People want get rich quick schemes and all of that. Hey, if it gets quickly like that, then you may also lose it quickly. Right? But if you want lasting results, then you have to be diligent, all right, to make sure that you are putting in the effort that is required. And that's why you must be hungry for knowledge. How do you go through a whole year and you don't go through any training program? You don't learn something new. You don't become better. Your results will not change. If you're going to change your results, then you need to go for knowledge. You need to keep on learning and learning and learning and learning and improving yourself daily. So let us get down to this thing called sales. I love sales. I love business. And there's no business without selling, right? No business without selling. When we talk about sales, most people shrink back. Most people, they just feel like, oh, I'm so afraid of selling. I can't sell. It's too difficult. It's not for my kind of person. I'm so quiet. Oh, no. Today, we're going to talk about the different selling personalities. And you might find yourself in all of these personalities, right? The most important thing is to master your personality of selling. But before we even get into all of this, what is your motivation for money? What is your motivation for success? Right? What is your motivation for success? Do you have a motivation for success? Is that something that you're looking forward to? Is that something that you want? Is that something that you desire? Do you have a vision board? Do you have a vision board? It's interesting that most people want success in life. They want more, but they don't even have a vision board. Because you see, whatever you see is who you become. Whatever you see repeatedly is who that you will become. What do you see repeatedly? What you see repeatedly is who you're going to become. All right, please let's go on. I have a little technical issue on my end, but I'm sure it will be solved soon. So, what is your motivation for success? Do you have a vision board? Do you truly have a vision board? Most people don't have vision boards. And if you don't have a vision board, you will not be able to chart a course to success quickly and easily. You must have a vision board. It must be a habit. If you don't have a vision board, you're not going to be successful, because what you see repeatedly is who that you will become. There is a way that you can prime yourself to succeed. There is a way that you can make success almost inevitable in your life. You can make success almost inevitable in your life by doing certain simple things. The first thing is have a vision board. A vision board tells me that you have a destination. A vision board tells me you have somewhere that you're going. A vision board tells me that you are intentional about getting to the very place. Can you imagine trying to get on a bus, right? You are at the station, you get on a bus and you don't know where the bus is going. Hey, that's a joke, right? Because if you get on a bus, it makes sense that you know the destination of that bus. Because if you don't know the destination of the bus, then you're not going anywhere that makes sense. In the same way, it is very simple. Without a vision board, you truly do not have a destination in life. A vision board tells you that you have a destination and it makes you intentional. You must be clear. Clarity is very important if you are going to be successful. Why are you doing what you are doing? What do you want to achieve? What do you want out of it? You must have clear, defined goals that are crafted into a vision board, right? For instance, I have a vision board. That vision board captures every aspect of my life. It captures all the different aspects of my life, who I want to be in the different aspects, where I want to go to, the kind of people I want to be with, everything, every single thing. Now, I look at that vision board every day. I envision my goals. The first thing I do when I wake up in the morning, I am looking at my goals and praying about it. The last thing I do at night before I go to bed is make sure that I visualize those goals. So I have it everywhere on all my devices, on my phone, on my iPad, on my laptop, everywhere in my house. So sometimes if I'm traveling, I'm going out of my home, what do? I take a picture of my vision board, right? Because I'm not going to lose sight of my vision for one day. I mean, scripture makes it very clear. It says, write the vision and make it plain, right? Write the vision and make it plain. If you have the vision, why do people keep pursuing things in life? It's because the vision is clear to them. It is clear to them what they want to achieve. It is clear to them what they want. Do you understand? Without a vision, you cannot arrive at your destination. So it is important that you have a vision board. Look at it every single day. See, guys, there are some days that you wake up and you are not motivated. True or false? Some days you wake up, you're not motivated. You're like, oh man, I don't want to do anything today. But you see, visualizing that vision, right? Looking at it, allowing the vision paint pictures for you, reminds you that you need to get up and do something. And so it is a way of programming your mind to succeed. You must program your mind to succeed. All right. So you must have clear goals. Now, I know we're talking about selling, but you see, there is no selling without goals. There must be a particular amount. So, for instance, if I ask you, how much do you want to make annually in your business as an individual? You must know it. You must be very clear on what you want to make. How much do you want to make? When do you want to make it? If you don't have timelines for your goals, it will mean that you may not achieve it in record time. So if someone says, I just want to be rich, that is not a goal. I just want more money. That is not specific, right? The universe itself rewards you when you are specific. And that is why goals are very important, because goals will narrow down your focus to what you need to be doing so that you can achieve your desired result. How many of you have ever wished for a particular brand of car? Let me see you. Can you put in the brand of car that you ever wished that you had, right? Put in the brand of car. Let me look at it. What is the brand of car that you ever wished that you had? Let's see. Waiting. The brand of car that you ever wished that you had. Can I say it? All right, someone says a Tesla. All right, I'm sure that the day show decided you needed a Tesla. What happened to you? You started to see a Tesla everywhere, right? Isn't it true? You started to see everywhere. It was like everywhere you looked, you saw a Tesla. That's because the moment you begin to focus on something, you would see it everywhere. So, what does that mean? What if you prime your mind to focus on your goal every single day? You have that vision board that tells you how much you want to make, what kind of business you want to run. If you are not married, who you want to be married to, or the kind of marriage, or picture the kind of marriage that you want, the number of children that you want, all right, the kind of products that you want to sell, the kind of people you want to be doing business with, the kind of places you need to go for vacation, the kind of people who will be like your close friends and buddies, all right. If you do that, the picture of the kind of car you want to drive, listen to me. There is no way that you visualize this long enough that you will not eventually become it. And so the reason why people do not become who they want to be, I can say, is because they haven't visualized it. Whatever a man consistently visualizes, he will eventually become. And that's why we are all products of our environment. What we hear, what we see, what we say, and what we feel. All right. That's why we are products of these things. If you are very intentional about sales, if I ask you, for instance, even if you have 10 businesses and I ask you, how much do you want to make? You're going to tell me from business A, I want to make this amount. From business B, I want to make this amount. From business C, I want to make this amount. From business D, I want to make this amount. And you are clear as to when you want to make that amount of money. So the first thing about sales is that you must have a goal. You must have a goal. It is very, very, very important. Without goals, you are going to arrive nowhere. Without goals, please excuse me for a minute. You hear me? So without goals, you will arrive nowhere. And that's why it says that, goals is the fuel in the furnace of achievement. So the first thing is be clear. How much money do you even want to make? How much money? Are you clear as to how much you want to make? If you are the last webinar where I talked about doubling your business income, we went to town talking about goals and how you can be strategic with your goals in business. All right. So now let's move on to sales. Now that you understand why you must have goals, all right, why you must be clear about the amount that you want to make. All right. Now that we know, let's talk about sales. Sales is, if you ask me, what the number one skill that you need to get in life. Number one, sales is very important. Very, very important. The moment you can sell, I can tell you all your financial problems will be solved forever. Because you see, sales will get you the kind of income that you want and the kind of life that you want. Selling. I cannot overemphasize that. Selling is very important. All right. It is sales that qualifies you to start a business. Many times people think, oh, because I can make hair, I can start a hair business. All right. Because I can do fantastic makeup, I can open a makeup studio. Because I know how to cook, I can cook better than Hilda, who just won the Guinness book record. Or you know what? I can open a restaurant, right? No, you just have you're a technician. You understand the art. All right, you can make hair, you can cook well, you can make clothes, right? You can do all of those things. It's like a basic skill. But it doesn't mean that you understand how to run a business. What qualifies a person to start a business is not that they can make hair or you can bake the best cakes. You understand that it is not the person who bakes the best cakes or makes the best cosmetic products that sells the most. It is those who know how to get their products to the market, and get people to buy it that sell the most, right? So just knowing how to do something doesn't make you a business owner. You are simply a technician. It means that you have this particular skill. That's all it is, right? But you do not understand how to run a business. Running a business itself is a skill. And that's the number one thing that you should look out for. And that's why you see it's amazing. You see people go learn how to do all kinds of things, right? They want to learn how to make clothes better. They want to learn how to be better coders. They want to learn how to be better hair technicians. They want to learn how to be better nail technicians, right? They want to learn how to cook better, but they're not thinking about how to make my business better, how to sell better. Because most of the time, when people think about a business, they are thinking about the technical skill and not about the skill of running a business, right? So what qualifies a person to run a business in the first place is the fact that you even understand what selling is, right? Most people want to own big businesses, but they don't want to have anything to do with sales. That's the joking. You know, the biggest mistake you can make as an entrepreneur is to start a business and go and hire a salesperson. I'm not saying you will not get salespeople, you should. But you make a mistake if you think that the staff that you hire will be able to do your selling while you sit back and watch. As an entrepreneur, the number one thing that you should get involved in is selling. 70% of your time as a business person should be spent selling, 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 selling. I can sing it on and on. You should spend 70% of your time selling again and again and again and again. You see, you are either a business owner or an artist of your skill. When I say you're an artist of your skill, you can be an artist of baking. You can be an artist of hair making. You can be an artist of fashion designing. You can be an artist of coding. You can be an artist of web development. But if you really want to be a business person, a business owner, then you need to learn and master the skill of selling. All right, because as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, if you cannot sell, every other thing that you know is immaterial. I say it again. If you cannot sell, every other thing that you know is immaterial. So sell, learn how to sell. One of the reasons why people are afraid of selling is because they are afraid of being rejected. Oh my, you know, rejection is part of selling. If you're too afraid to be rejected, then you are too afraid to be successful. Selling involves rejection. Some will, some won't. Your response should be who's next, right? Some will, some won't. Your response should be who's next. If this person is not selling, find somebody else, buying rather, find somebody else who will buy. Are you following? Are you following? So rejection is part of selling. If you are too afraid to be rejected, then you are too afraid to close a sale. Selling is communication. If you cannot communicate, you cannot sell. And if you cannot sell, you cannot build a business. So selling is communication. You've got to learn to communicate and communicate and communicate. You've got to learn how to communicate with people. Let me tell you something. Go and read that book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Because that's what business is about. It is about influence. You must learn it. You must master it. It's about communication. You go out, and that's why you see, oh my, our generation is going to be the most challenged in communication. Because, for instance, you go out to a gathering, everybody's on their mobile phones, nobody's interacting with one another. As an entrepreneur, you can't be like that. You can't have your nose in your mobile phone, all right? You've got to have your nose in the eyes of people, talking with them, communicating with them, selling and selling and selling and selling and selling. You know, when we talk about selling, people think, oh, it's one abstract big thing. No, it's about getting people to buy into you. Getting people to buy into you. It is a worthwhile project. The art of persuasion, the art of making people buy. And you need to learn influence and persuade people before you can sell to them. Selling is like a transfer of certainty. You make your customers feel like they have made the best decision ever. And that's why you see, mastering the art of selling means that you need to do it often, again and again and again and again. Selling is listening to people, it is caring, solving problems, and serving others. To sell, you must be able to overcome personal doubt. Because really, that's why people don't like to sell. Because they feel like, oh, what if they ask me a question I can't answer? Oh no, I just don't want anybody in my space like that. I don't want people looking at me in a funny way. Sometimes people are ashamed to sell. Wow. I don't know where the stigma for selling came from. But you see, selling is the most prestigious thing that you can do. The most prestigious. The most prestigious. And so to sell, you must be able to overcome personal doubts. Because wealth and power are directly linked to your ability to sell. If you can sell, then you can create income any day, anytime. I have never seen any great leader who cannot sell or influence people. Never, never, ever, ever. Great people are always selling. They are always influencing others. They are either pitching their ideas to one person or pitching something or selling something. You find a wealthy man, you find a man who knows how to sell. Because, hey, sometimes they do joint funding for their business. You have to be able to pitch it. You have to be able to sell it for you to get others to buy into your dreams. Don't forget, it's your dream. If you want people to buy into it, then you must be willing to sell it. You must become a master at selling. Now, let me tell you something. The easiest way to become a master at selling is do it every day. Do it every single day. Do it every single day. Do it how? Every single day. For instance, when I meet people, especially women, I want to get so close to them and influence them because I want to bring them to the Leading Ladies Business Institute. It is as simple as that. And so I want to get to know them. I'm asking, do you have a business? So what's your business about? How do you sell? How's it running? What are your biggest challenges? And then they're opening up, and then I sell to them. You must sell every single day. What you do occasionally works like never. Meaning that if you do sales occasionally, you will not get anything out of it. You won't get anything out of it. If all you're doing is selling occasionally, you must sell again every day, every day, every day, every day. And that's why I understand, as a business person, you don't have time to waste. You don't have time to waste. Business people get on social media, they waste their time there. Social media is a new addiction. It's the new cocaine. It's the new cigarettes. It's the new alcohol. And most entrepreneurs waste their time doing many unimportant things. You should wake up in the morning and the first thing you do as a business person is sell. Sell, 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 sell. Because you see, 20% of the output that you get, all right, is because you're not involved in what you're doing. How do I mean by that? This is the Pareto principle, 80-20 rule. It says 20% of a particular set or group of activities should lead to 80% of your results. The first thing you need to do is find what is that 20%. Your 20% should be selling, because that will lead to 80% of the result that you want. Some people are so consumed about having a fine profile, having a fantastic website, having an app, they are designing everything that needs to be designed, and they're not selling. No, you can have the best packaging, but if you can't sell, then you can't have customers. You can have the best product. You can make the best cake, make the best cosmetics, have the best skill, be the best coach. If you can't sell, then you cannot, the word is cannot, make the money that you desire. So understand that when it comes to selling, you can't say I'm ignorant. Excuse me. You can't say I'm ignorant. Do everything to learn how to sell. And that's why I started by telling you why it is important to get a business education. Don't be ignorant. Don't assume. My mentor told me many years ago, and I held it dear to her heart. Dear to my heart, rather. She said, don't assume that you know anything unless you have been trained. If you haven't been trained in business, can I announce to you, you don't know business. If you haven't been trained, you don't know it. Go get trained. Go learn. If you can't learn, and you see, I love a particular tribe, in Nigeria, and it's the Igbo people. Why is it that the failure rate of Igbo people in business is very low? Have you asked yourself that question before? Why is it that the failure rate of business Igbo people is low? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Why do you think the failure rate of Igbo business people is very low? Someone says they sell shamelessly. In fact, fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you. Apprenticeship is because they will go learn with somebody. They will sit down and watch a man for 7 good years of their life. Look, there is no way they will know the inroad and the outroad of that business. They can't fail because they have spent 7 solid years understudying this particular business. And of course, they sell shamelessly. But what I'm really driving at is their apprenticeship. The reason why most of them, the failure rate among the Igbo people in business is low is because they have spent time learning. They spend time learning. They spend time getting trained. So don't assume that you know anything until you have been trained for it. Go for training. Get a business education. Get enrolled at LLBI. You see, because business will teach you. I'm telling you. And you had better not be learning from business in a costly way. Because running a business is a risk. Do you follow me? Running a business is a risk. And you had better not be on the wrong side of it. And that's why you must take calculated risk in business. And there's just something that learning does to your mind. It opens up your mind to be able to solve problems. Business about solving problems and solving problems and solving problems. I remember somebody talking about a particular loss that she had made in business. And I told her, it's not so bad. That's the school fees you paid to learn not to do that thing again. But you see, you can reduce your loss in business by ensuring that you are trained. So selling is a skill. And just like any other skill, it can be learned. That's all I'm trying to say. Selling is a skill. And the art of selling can be learned, can be learned, can be learned, can be learned. It can be learned. All right? So don't be discouraged if you don't know how to sell. It is good. I believe that you are in a good place where you can learn. Do you understand? It is not fatal that you don't know it. What will be fatal is that you never learn how it is done. Are you following me? All right. So that is very, very, very important. Now, as we go into talking about selling and all of that, one major aspect I want to talk about today will be the different personalities in selling, right? Now, there are 4 personality types, all right, or 4 major personality types. And I hope and I believe that you know your personality type. Awareness is very, very important. If you're not aware, most of the time, you find yourself functioning below your capacity simply because you are not aware of who you are as an individual, right? Now, having said that, what's your personality type? Sorry, please. What is your personality type as a business owner? Do you know it? Do you know your personality type as a business owner? It is very, very important. So there are 4 major personality types. All right. They are the sanguines, they are outgoing, they are the life of the party, They are very, very noisy, very noisy. I mean, very noisy, very active, very cheerful, very bubbly. There are those people, they're sanguines. There are melancholics, right? Melancholics are a little quiet, all right? They're quiet, little reserved, all right? They're thinkers. They can overthink anything. They think and think and think. They have such a brilliant mind. Melancholics have a brilliant, brilliant mind. Most of the inventions we have seen in the world has come from melancholics, right? They have a very brilliant mind. They are very good. You share with them an idea, they can find the nitty-gritties in that idea. The only thing is that melancholics can be a little negative sometimes, right? So they can analyze something to the point where they do nothing about it. And then we have the cholerics. Cholerics are go-getters, right? They're strong, they're bold. Sometimes you can call them aggressive, right? They can be in your face. They don't take no for an answer. They are so driven. They have energy, right? So that's cholerics. And then you have the phlegmatics. These guys are the chillers of life. They are so chilled. I mean, they're literally telling you don't move by cheese, right? Very stable, very, very stable. When a phlegmatic gets into a habit, you're going to find them there for life, right? They are the masters of consistency. They just keep doing it again and again and again and again and again. All right. So those are the real four major personality types. I can't go over talking, in real details, right, about these four personality types, but I trust that you get the drift. All right. Now, if you don't know your personality type, it makes sense to go study about it. One book I read many years ago, I think when I was as a teenager, was the book Why You Act the Way You Do, right? Very interesting book that reveals to you your personality type, all right, and your style, and why you truly, truly act the way you do. Because you see, how you are and who you are influences a lot of times how you do certain things, right? You will find that melancholics sell different from phlegmatics. Phlegmatics will definitely sell differently from sanguine, and sanguines will sell differently from cholerics, right? But it doesn't mean that there is a best selling style. And now this is where most people sometimes miss it. They feel like, oh, because I'm not outgoing, because I'm not this kind of person, I cannot sell. I hope you can still see me on Telegram. My video is back on. Oops. I hope you can still see me. Sorry, please. Using two devices can be a little clumsy sometimes. Can you still see me? I just want to be sure that you can see me and that you can hear me loud and clear. All right. And thank you for staying true. Okay. Am I loud enough? Somebody was saying I can't hear. Loud enough? All right. Fantastic. Thank you. So if you don't know your personality type, I want to challenge you today. When you get off this webinar, go start to study about your personality type. It is very important, and it will give you a lot of information. And calm your heart. A lot of people are so afraid of selling because they just feel like, I can't do it like this other person. He's so outgoing, he's very loud, he knows how to convince people. Everybody can convince somebody. If you have ever recommended your fashion designer, your hairstylist, or your barber, or your children's school, mothers can so do that. The quiet ones, the not so quiet ones, you see them talking about their children's school and how their children's school is so good and all of that. So see, if you have ever recommended a certain service or a person to somebody, what you just did was sell. So when you know and understand your style, it becomes better and you are well comforted about selling. Do you understand me? All right. So go figure that out. But today I want to use the characteristics of dogs. I love dogs a lot. And I think dogs are my first siblings, right? I used to have dogs open doors for me. keep me company when my parents are not around, and that sort of thing, right? My dad used to rear dogs growing up as a little girl, right? So we had all kinds of dogs in the house. And I remember a few years ago, I came across a certain book, and that just informed me about the different selling styles. And today, we're going to be talking about the different, I would say, breed of dogs, right? And how they behave. So growing up, I grew up with lots and lots of Alsatians, right? But my mentor has this, what's this breed of this dog again? It just escaped my mind. Um, I remember soon. I remember soon. It's like in the class of Chihuahua, but not Chihuahua. I can't remember the breed of that dog now. I remember soon. Very interesting. And it's funny how you have dogs of the same the same animal kingdom, right? But you find them in different breeds, and they behave in different ways, right? And dogs are one animal that are very similar to human behavior, and I think that's why maybe dogs understand human beings better, and they are kind of the the man friend, right? They love men. If you find a dog, if you have a dog, they are loyal to you to the very, very, very end. If you don't like dogs, try to like dogs. Dogs are really interesting. So I want to talk about the different selling styles, and I'm going to use these different dogs, all right, to depict that to you today. And I will start with the golden retriever, right? Some people think that I have to be aggressive, to be able to sell, I have to be loud, to be able to sell, I have to have a certain kind of physique, I'm talking a certain way. No, you just need to learn to communicate in your own style. I mean, the rudiments of selling are important and basic, but how that is now carried out will now determine, basically on your personality. And what this is set to achieve with you today is to get to the point where you believe that no matter my personality style or type, I can actually sell. All right. And so that's what informed this. I want to talk about the golden retriever, the pitbull, the chihuahua, the basset hound, and the poodle, right? And I'm going to talk about these dogs in just a few minutes. All right. I'm going to tell you their strength, how they sell. Okay, how they sell, and you're going to find yourself in one of them. So the first one is the golden retriever. This golden retriever, they have a very beautiful outlook to them. I really wish I could show you this, right? But they have a beautiful outlook to them. Their general characteristics would be they are willing to do anything. They give excellent customer service, right? They are extra friendly. Have you found those kind of business people before? They're just so friendly, very into their customers. They kill people with kindness, right? They are helpful by nature. Maybe you're that kind of person, right? You are very, very into your customers. You know their children's name, where they stay, you know what they like. On their birthdays, you're the kind of business owner that will send them the soup that they mentioned when they came to your office. You know those kind of things, right? So, I mean, you can see that the golden retriever can almost kill people with kindness. They are so helpful, right? They are very, very friendly. They are extra kind. They give excellent customer service, right? Now, with the golden retriever, they are good relationship people. They know how to build strong relationships, right? And so, because they are so good to people, they create that subconscious obligation in the hearts of their customers to keep on patronizing them. All right? They almost have a way of guilt tripping you into buying from them. Not because they are doing it intentionally, but because they are so good, you are unable to resist them. And so what happens? Their clients keep coming back again and again and again, and they keep on getting more and more and more referrals, right? They keep getting more referrals. They are very, very good people. You know how you say when a person is a people person, they are a people person, right? The golden retrievers. They are very friendly, very outgoing, all right, very caring. They're the kind of people they'll offer you a drink at their office, and not just because they're trying to be polite, they truly care about your comfort. All right, they truly, truly care about your comfort. Imagine somebody, a golden retriever, on a sales call, and he knows that, oh, it's a bad time for you. He will sell to you. He would almost try to counsel you and try to solve your problem at that time, even though he wants to make a sale. And so what happens? So let me give, I think, for instance, I think I'm a golden retriever. Let me give you an example. I remember, all right, so when LLBI started in 2016, I would burn the phone line. I'm telling you, literally, we start with making 500 calls in a week to random people that I've never heard about LLBI before. The first thing I do when I get to the office, I sit down and I start to make calls. Usually, I'm inviting them to either a free webinar or a free class or something free. Or I'm just talking about LLBI, right? People that have never heard about you before. And so I'll say, hi, good morning. How are you doing today? My name is So. I'm calling from the Leading Ladies Business Institute. And they say, I say, yes. Have you ever heard about the Leading Ladies Business Institute? We're Africa's premier university for women entrepreneurs. But that time, they're either saying, go on, or please, this is not a good time for me. So because I'm talking like that, most times people will say, do you know me? Is there something you want to tell me? And they will carry on the conversation from there. So this particular day, I was calling this woman. She had come for a free webinar, right? We used to have physical classes and all of that. So she had come for a free webinar, and she had put on her name to take our premier, our flagship course, BLEC, the Basic Leadership and Entrepreneurship course. So I called her. She had, because of course we're going to call, and I said, "Oh, hi, my name is So." I said, "Please, please, please, this is not a good time." I said, okay, is something wrong? I said, I'm looking for my key. I don't know why I kept it. I've been looking for it for over 1 hour now, and I'm so frustrated. I'm so angry. Please, I don't want to talk to anybody at this time. And I said, okay, would you take a deep breath and just listen to me? When was the last time when you remember holding your key? I said, just take a deep breath and think about it. I said, okay, I don't even know. I said, think about it. Okay, I think I left on my colleague's desk. All right. I said, okay, would you take a walk back to your colleague's desk and ask your colleague if he saw the key? All right. Check on his table. If he's not there, find a way to ask him if he saw the key. Now, she was supposed to go and pick her son, right? And she was quite apprehensive because the school was already calling. Here she was looking for her key. She was typically frustrated. And we went on and on and on till she didn't find the key on that call. And so she got the lead as to where the key would be. And then I said, okay, I'll drop the call and call her back later to find out, if she had found the key. As I was about to get off the call, she now said, hey, so what are you even calling me for again, Steph? I said, oh, no, don't worry. Let's find your key first, and then we can take it on from there. And then I dropped the call. I told her I'll call her at 6 p.m. And then 6 p.m. I called her again. And I said, hi, my name is Isoa. I was the lady who called you while you were looking. She said, oh my God, thank you. In fact, I found the key. And she went on and on and on. I heard her son in the background crying. And I was like, oh, so what's his name? All right. I hope he's fine. I hope you got to him in good time and all of that. And she was so thankful and thankful and thankful. And then she now says, hey, so yes, you were calling me about something. And I went on to tell her I was talking about LLBI and all of that. She was like, hey, I don't have the money for this class. And all of that. But you're so good to me. I've never found someone that's as good as this. And you have never met me before. I don't even know you. She said, don't worry, I know what to do. I want to tell my husband, when I will give money for that course. Oh my goodness. It was ridiculous. Guess what? She paid for that course the next day with her husband's money. This lady did not finish the class. I'm telling you. She did not finish that class. All right, she didn't finish the course. But the only reason she signed up was because she felt she owed me a favor for just being so patient with her until the point where she realized that, she couldn't disappoint me. She didn't know me from anywhere. But she just felt like, I cannot disappoint this lady. She's just been so patient with me, right? So maybe you're that kind of person. It is a selling style. What you now need to do is master it. Are you still here? Are you still here? All right. I hope you can still hear me. I'm trying to check on YouTube. My YouTube people, if you're here, you can hear me. Let me know. All right. So that's the golden retriever. Very sweet dog. right? Golden retriever, they like to build strong relationships, right? And so they leave you with that subconscious feeling of you owe me. All right. They leave you with that feeling of you owe me. Not because they are trying to be good, that's just who they are. And it helps them sell better. And because of that, they obtain lots and lots of referrals, loads and loads of referrals, right? So if you're that kind of person, maximize it, right? The next thing we're going to move on to is the pit bull. The pit bull, dark, ferocious. Hey, this pit bull is aggressive, it's fearless. Once it has a target, it goes for it. No looking back. When they put you on that dartboard, they will nail you. That's the pit bull. So the pit bull is dark, it's ferocious, it is fierce, it is bold, it is strong. They don't take no for an answer. It doesn't matter how many times that you tell them no, they will keep coming back and coming back again and again and again. They will wear you out. That's the people, right? They are aggressive. They are fearless. Have you met those kind of people before? Hey, when they want to sell you insurance, you are in trouble. You will typically insure your car twice because they just will not take no for an answer. It's either you insure your car twice or you look for somebody in your family who has not bought car insurance, and you either pay for them or you convince that person to go and buy insurance from this insurance guy because they will not leave you. Or they have a fantastic product and they try to tell you that this thing will make your skin look like glass. They will not leave you until you buy, right? That's the pit bull. Their strength is that they have great self-confidence, and all their actions lead to closing the sale every time. They have mastered the art of turning objections into opportunities. They will not let the client leave without confirming that they will make a sale. They are so dogged in their approach. Oh my. Very dogged in their approach. They won't let you leave. I mean, the worst thing, not worse, right? But the worst thing that can happen to a person is to encounter a pit bull salesperson. Doesn't matter. They won't leave you until you buy from them. You buy their bags, you buy their shoes, you buy their hair weavers, you buy their makeup, you buy everything they have to sell, and they will not leave you. One of the good characteristics of this kind of people is that they have a high volume of sales transactions, all right? And they keep on selling even when they appear pushy. They are not ashamed. Is anybody like that here? They are not ashamed. If you're on YouTube, I'm looking out for your comments as well. These guys are not ashamed. You get to a point where you know that I think I'm passing my boundaries now. But you see these guys called people, they will not leave you. They know it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing for them and the person they are selling to, but they just have a knack for not taking no for an answer. And so they sell a lot. Well, they don't have fantastic. So that's a golden retriever somebody just put on the Telegram chat, right? You can see how beautiful it looks, right? Very beautiful. I almost said handsome. Very, very beautiful. Put out a pit bull. Let me see. Yes, that's a pit bull. You can even see their eyes. Very fierce looking. And very, very fierce looking. They don't take no for an answer. They are dogged. They are determined. Hey, they will embarrass you till you buy. That's how they are. So if you're that kind of person, fantastic. Well done. All right. The only drawback of the pit bulls is that they're not very good at follow-up, right? Because they don't really have a strong people personality like that, right? Oh, they just case. I want to sell, I want to sell, I want to sell, I want to sell, and I want to sell. That's all that matters to them. All right. Let's look at the Chihuahua. Let's look at the Chihuahua. The Chihuahua is very brilliant. Very, very, very brilliant. The way the Chihuahua sells is that they have a lot of information. Have you found people? There's somebody I work with, right? She's my admin manager. I think she's a Chihuahua. This lady typically knows everything about everything. So they have large volumes of information. Oh my, they can wear you out with knowledge, right? large volumes of information. They are extremely bright and they are passionate about the product. So because they are very bright, right, they don't really have such a um they don't really have such an they don't have an overpowering personality like the pit bull. The pit bull has an overpowering personality, right? The golden retriever has a pleasant personality. We say that one is pleasant, right? Very pleasant. The chihuahua is very small looking, right? You can Google the picture of what a chihuahua looks like. Chihuahua is small looking, has a dainty appearance. You know, you may not really consider it, except just like that, those breed of dogs, right? But because they are extremely bright, you can call them technical wizards, right? Once they get on a product or they are selling a service to you, if their business or someone else's business, they have all the details in this world about that business, the past, the present, and the future. They can give you all the technical know-how, all the information. If they're selling cosmetic products to you, they're going to tell you what it can do, how it can affect this cell in your skin, and that cell in something. If they're selling to you a coaching course, they're going to tell you what's going to be able to do for you, your business. They won't just tell you can make money. No. They'll come down. They'll give you statistics. All right, they'll tell you this certain percentage. They'll tell you can up your sale by this amount just by doing this and doing this. All right. So they know their product by heart. They are very, very verbose in information. They plan their sale ahead of time. No, they don't rush. They don't rush at all. Very calculative. They plan their sale ahead of time. I like to think that the chihuahuas are melancholics, right? They have lots of information. They plan ahead of time. They are very meticulous. Their values are very accurate. They are always ahead of the game. They put up detailed presentations. I mean, you're almost like, is it just this car I want to buy that you have such a detailed presentation? You think I want to buy a car shop or I want to buy a fleet of cars? My brother is just one. And in fact, it's Tokuba I want to buy. But these guys will load you with information about what you want to buy. You'll be so pumped up, you want to actually buy from them. Because they keep on selling you value. They keep on selling you value through the wealth of information that they have given to you. You cannot resist not buying from them. Right? That's the chihuahua, right? They plan ahead of time. They can talk to any client and answer any question. Any question. Now, it's important for you to understand these things, even as a business person, because when you are looking for salespeople to hire for your business, you need to understand the different personalities so that you don't have only people on your team. You have that person that can help the people close the sale. Not the people now that can help, for instance, a golden retriever close the sale. Pit bulls will close the sale, but they won't do after service. But a chihuahua will do after service. A golden retriever will do after service because of who they are and how meticulous they are with their selling. All right, let's move on to the third one. The third one now is the Basset Hound, right? The Basset Hound, they have these drooping ears. They're very charming. Have you seen the Chihuahua? All right, the Chihuahua is on the Telegram call, right? The Chihuahua, you can see they're not really very, very attractive like that. All right, but they are very intuitive, very smart, very, very smart. But let's look at the Basset Hound. They have very long, droopy ears, very flabby ears. They're charming, really charming, really, really charming. They are loyal, they are trustworthy, they are constant, right? I like to say that maybe these people are like phlegmatics, right? A mix of phlegmatics and sanguine people, right? So they are very charming. They are very constant. They are very loyal. They are very, very trustworthy. They know the art of building a rapport, right? So they make their customers their friends. Oh my. These guys, they can almost stick closer than your spouse or closer than your brother or your sister, right? Because they're just so charming. They know how to build rapport. They know how to maintain relationship. They are very good with after sales service. Fantastic. They don't let you go. Very, very good with after sales service, right? They know how to charm their way to their client's heart. Very, very good. Very good at striking the client's emotion. You know, because they're so charming, so patient, very patient. They'll wait for you. Don't put in a hurry. A patient hound can plan a selling strategy for you for 2 years. You will eventually buy. They are that patient and that constant. You tell them, I'm trying to make a decision. It's okay, I'll call you in 2 weeks' time. They'll call you. You tell them in 2 weeks' time, no, I don't think I'm ready. They'll tell you you'll be ready soon. And when you're ready, we'll be here for you. And they'll keep on calling you and keep on touching base with you. There are the times that will respond to your WhatsApp status and say, oh, wow, this is so nice. They are keeping tabs with you. Literally have become your friend, almost your family member, just because they want to make a sale, right? They always have a humble approach when they're trying to sell to you. And they can win a heart when no one else can. Oh my, they can win a heart. When everything has failed, then the business house. They just know how to warm their way to people's hearts till they get what they want, right? These people are like phlegmatics, right? They're like phlegmatics. Maybe I'm going to do a training one day where I'm going to analyze the different personalities, the 4 major personalities, and the ways that they sell, right? So that if you find yourself in that personality type, you're not frustrated trying to sell like PI, who is a golden retriever, all right, or trying to sell like someone else who's a chihuahua, and there you are, you know, you're a pit bull and you're frustrated why you cannot sell the way these people can sell, right? Do you understand? A basset is BASSET, then hound, HOUND, right? So maybe I'll do a training like that so that people can understand it. Because once you get beyond this barrier of my selling style, it becomes easier. And listen to me, that you run ads on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, wherever, Google ads, YouTube, that you run ads, you will still have to sell to these people. Your email marketing will not do it for you. Email marketing may only give you like 10% of your sales. Where is the rest going to come from? When you get those leads from Facebook and Instagram, what then do you do with it? Pick up the phone and call them. Make sure you sell to them. Thank God for the digital marketing, space and all of that. That is supposed to be a support to a proper selling system. Why do you think banks still have marketers going out on the streets? Why do you think Google still does adverts on Google? Why do you think YouTube still does adverts on YouTube? It's because if you don't know how to sell and master the art of selling, you will soon be out of business, right? So in trying to sell, it is important that you sell in the best way that you can, that is natural to you. Do you follow? So the goal of this is to, first of all, help you understand that irrespective of what your personality style is, you can sell. You only need to learn it and master it, and then go on selling. All right. So we talked about the golden retriever, talk about the pit bull, talk about the chihuahua, and we've talked about the basset hound, right? And the last one I will talk about is the poodle. How many of you have ever seen a poodle before? They're so cute. They have hair, they look like sheep. That's really annoying thing about those poodles. All right, but they look like, very expensive. You really find poodles with the elite, right? You find poodles with the elite. They're very neat, very pecky, very, very selective. They're almost like cats. Oh my. All right, my time is running out fast, okay? And admin is telling me I had to hurry up. Okay, so let's talk about the poodle. The poodle is the last dog I want to talk about, right? Now, this poodle is, when a poodle comes out, everybody will notice the poodle. Oh my. They have such a quintessential way that they just appear. It's almost like a poodle is walking, their cat's walking. I don't know how to say it. But poodles are just very special, right? They are self-conscious. They are luxurious, they're usually well connected, right? They just have a style about them that is just interested. That's a poodle, right? You know, they are the ones that when they show up, hey, they show up. They are power dressers. Have you seen them before? You'll be afraid to tell them no, because when you see them come out of their car, their wristwatch, their jewelry, their hair, bone straight, 26 inches, their heels, the dress they are wearing, and they want to sell to you. How can you say no? Do you want to embarrass yourself? That's how the poodle behave. They are very, how do I put, without saying they're obnoxious, but they're just one of a kind. They have their head high, tall in the sky. They're those kind of people. If they are men, they are power dressers. You know, their perfume, you smell it from the gate. That's the kind of people that they are. Very, very interesting, right? They have extensive and exclusive list of clients. They don't sell to everybody. They are very particular about who and how they sell. They are the center of attention. They are very vain and self-conscious. But guess what? That's their selling style. Very elegant. You know, they are the ones that you say, this is dope. You know, when you see them, you're like, whatever they are selling, I want to buy it. Right? Because you just feel like when I buy what they have, I kind of come into their class. They know their market very, very well. They can sell first class items. They like to sell expensive things, right? They love to sell they don't sell everyday goods. No. They are the ones that will sell you 1 billion naira worth of something. They are the ones that want to sell land that is going for 1 billion. And they know how to market it, but not just somebody who just randomly rants it. No. They are the ones that want to sell vehicles that they only have 100 in the world. They are those kind of people. They sell exclusive products, not every kind of product in the market. If they are selling interior design, you literally think that when they do your interior design, Jesus will be in your sitting room. They will design Jesus there too. You almost think, you know, that if you buy this car from them, you bought salvation. Like, they are that elegant, they are poised, you know, and just very special about the way they do things. They can impress any client. Hey, if you are selling luxurious items, you need a poodle on your team. They can impress anybody in this world. They are that good. You know, that good. And that's their own strategy, right? That's their own strategy. They are power dressers. They know how to sell exclusive products or services very well. They are the kind of people that want to sell coaching for $1 billion. And you're wondering, excuse me, what are you going to teach me? All right. But they know how to sell it. And to the kind of people that will buy it. And they know how to make a network of those people as well. Now, I know I've mentioned these 5 different kind of canine, you know, animals, right? And you may have found yourself in one or two of them. It is possible that you are a mix, right? You know, you may not be straight up a people. You know, you may not be straight up a basset hound, right? You may not be a complete poodle. You may be a mixture of one or two. But that's not the point. The point is, when you know and understand your stand, there's a lot we can say about these different 5 canine animals, these dogs, right? There's more to say, but we don't have time to, you know, go in depth into all of these things. The first thing you need to understand is to learn the skills of and the techniques of selling. When you learn the technique of selling, when you blend it into your style, you sell better and you get better results, right? You get better results. You must never be afraid of selling. And I particularly like to talk about the different styles of selling because I believe and I know once people are knowledgeable about their style of selling, then they're not so afraid about selling. And then you can have fun doing it. It can be something you look forward to doing. You know, I know most entrepreneurs dread selling. You can't dread selling. You can't say I'm just behind the scene person. What's that? Your business is not before behind the scene. You need to learn how to sell. You need to master the art of selling. You need to practice and practice, because look, it is practice that will make you perfect here. But you see, with everything I've said today, if you don't master the art of follow-up in business, you will lose 48% of your sales. 48? More than that. But at least you will lose 48% of your sales because you don't sell. Now, one of the statistics I have says that 80% of sales are made within the 5th and the 12th contact. So it is okay that they don't buy from you the first time, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth. The question is, will you stop selling? You know, people will say things like, I'm always sending them broadcast. Let me not send it. I'm always updating my status. Let me not do it today. It's like saying I have a physical shop and I will bring out my goods because I brought it out yesterday. Does that even make sense? But that's what it is. You keep on selling every single time. And you keep on selling again and again and again. All right. So maybe in the next sales class, we'll talk about mastering the art of follow-up and how it will help your business. Right. But I hope that you learned something today. I hope that you learned something. My time is up. And now, just before we go, I want you to ask questions, right? Ask your questions, whether you're on YouTube or you are on Telegram. I'm looking at YouTube to watch out for those who are there. All right. So whether you're on YouTube or you're on Telegram, I want you to ask your questions. Ask your questions. We're not able to cover everything that that I had on my slide, but at least we covered a lot. And I think I've given you a lot to think about today. Right? I think we've given you a lot to think about today. All right, someone's asking for a number. All right, so please, if you're on the chat there, you can send the number. So let's ask questions. Let's ask questions. Questions. All right, I told you about selling. We talked about the different kinds of selling styles. Yes, actually, you can have two of these personalities. You can have a mixture. You can be a mix. It's the same thing in understanding human behavior, right? So I talked about the 4 personality types, right? I talked about the sanguines, the phlegmatics, the melancholics, and the cholerics, right? So sometimes you find yourself exhibiting these 4, but there are 2 of them that really stand out, right? You have what is called your primary personality type, and then you have your secondary personality type, right? You can be a blend of 2. You can be a basset hound and a poodle. You can be a golden retriever and have a little bit of the pit bull, characteristics in you. All right. So you can have that. You can have a blend of 2 of these personalities, or these 2 different kind of selling styles. So let me ask you, did you find your own selling style? Did you find your own selling personality? All right. Did you find it? Okay, so tell me, what was your own selling personality? I told you mine. I'm a golden retriever, right? I'm a golden retriever. All right. Found another like me, a chihuahua. Okay. Okay, keep it coming. And I think I have a little bit of some pitbull characteristics as well. But majorly, I'm a golden retriever. Okay, another golden retriever. Augusta, I'm coming to your question. I'll answer that question. All right, the chihuahua. Okay. Yes, I know you are melancholic, but did you find your own selling style? Did you find your own selling style? All right, Victoria, let me hear from you. What's your own selling style? Someone has a question. I want to read it out. So she says, as someone selling high ticket market, right? That's real estate, but not really a poodle. How can that person cope? Or will it take really longer to achieve success in this line of sales? Now, for you to sell high tickets, products or services, understand first of all, you need to be in that circle of the high net worth people. And that's why I told you poodles do very well because of who they are, because of how sophisticated they are. They just do very well. They naturally go for those kinds of people, even as friends, right? So they sell to those kinds of people. I mean, do you see a Bentley advertised on Instagram? No, you don't see Bentleys advertised on Instagram or Facebook. You won't find that. But are they selling? Absolutely. All the time. Selling to people, and they know how to meet them to sell to them. All right. They know how to meet them to sell to them. The biggest deals in real estate that cost billions, you don't find that in, you don't even find it in the markets sometimes. Because it's not everybody, it's not everywhere. It is sold to the people that can. So to sell those kind of high ticket products or services, you need to be in that circle. You need to be in that circle. So one skill you need to master is networking. Network your way to that place, right? And that simply means sell yourself there. So how do they behave? Where do they hang out? What kind of spots? I mean, I know somebody, and now this is a typical poodle. A poodle is the kind of person that will go and pay 5 million naira to register in a golf club. Not because they want to play golf, but because it just adds to the perks. And then they know that in this golf club, I'll meet the billionaires here. They come here Tuesday evenings. That's a poodle. That's their own selling strategy. They are the ones that want to sell cosmetic products, one bottle of 500 ml body lotion for 5 million naira. And they will buy it. They want to sell dresses of 10 million naira that you wear once and maybe never wear again. And there are people that will buy it. They go where the people are. Right? Somebody asked a question. All right, so someone says, people don't like to be solicited. So how do you overcome the thoughts or feelings that selling is somehow like being manipulative, like you're just after their money? The question I'll first ask is, do you believe that you are selling value? Are you selling value? If I'm selling something valuable to you, I want to make sure you buy it from me because it's valuable and it will change your life. And I'm not lying to you, right? So if you are selling value, then you can't cheat them because you're selling them value. Number one. Number two, you have to develop a healthy self-esteem that even when you are rejected, it does not affect the next sales. It doesn't. You can get rejected 20 times in a day. It doesn't mean that you don't sound happy on the next sales call or when you are selling to the next person, right? So you overcome feelings of rejection. The best way so when you say you don't like people to feel like you're soliciting for them, it's like you don't want to feel like you are overburdening them, right? So what's your selling style in the first place? You know, for you to sound like this, you maybe be a chihuahua, right? But as long as you are selling value, you are not being manipulative. Do you want to make money? If you want to make money, then you have to go after it. And there's nothing wrong in being ambitious. There's nothing wrong in it. You are not doing anything evil. You need a level of ambition to keep on motivating you to keep on selling and to go after what you want. And that's why before I even started talking about sellers, I first talked about vision board. Do you have a vision? I said, do you have a destination? Do you have somewhere you're going in mind? If you don't, then you feel like it's not worth it. But if you do have a destination, you know that you are selling value. I am not cheating people, right? Then I'm not just soliciting for money. I'm offering them value and they'll be thankful that they did. So for instance, at LLBI, we promise you 100% money back guarantee. And we tell you, if you take our course, it doesn't change you, your business does not grow, come back and ask for your money, we'll give you extra. We can boast like that because we know that there is no way that you go through this program. By week 1, you already said, the money I paid is too small. Because we are offering value. And so listen to me. Now, this is something I didn't talk about, right, at the beginning. Maybe we'll have another session where we can talk about objections. How do you deal with objections in a sales process? When people tell you the money is too expensive, you sell them value. You keep on selling value. You don't go to a Bentley shop and you tell them, it's too expensive now. It's not for you. Go and buy a Toyota and be comfortable. Buy a Honda and believe God. One day you buy a Bentley. But you don't walk into a Bentley store and you say it's expensive. They are selling value. And you keep on selling your value. All right? So I hope I helped you with that question. Let me move on very quickly. How do you sell to family and friends who feel they are doing you a favor by buying from you? I love this question. Oh my goodness, you're so brilliant. And thank you for asking this question, because, and this is the reason why most times people do not sell to family and friends. I tell people, sell to family and friends first and collect your money there. You know why? They will train you on how to sell value. Most times people think, just because you're my family and my friend, just buy now, it's my business. No. Don't do things like that. Don't just say, buy from me. If you're my sister and you love me, buy from me. No, that's crap. Sell value. Family and friends, because they know you, you have to do a lot in convincing them, because they're like, I know you. What can you do? So there you are, put on the spot to sell the value of your product and service. So how do you sell to family and friends in such a way that they buy from you and others feel that they are doing you a favor? Is that you are selling the value of what you're producing. All right? You keep on selling value. What's the value of your product or service? Learn how to craft a story around that. The power of storytelling, very, very important, very powerful. Learn how to craft a story around that. So that's it. Sell value. Okay, any other question? If you carry yourself like a poodle and you don't sell like a poodle, would you change your style, your selling style, or the kind of products that you sell? Very interesting question. If you carry yourself like a poodle, it means that you have the potential and the capacity to sell like a poodle. That's the first thing. You have the potential and the capacity to sell like a poodle. And sincerely, I was surprised when you said you're a golden retriever, because I would perceive you more as a poodle, right? So now, do you change your selling style? Absolutely. So it can be that you are a blend of both a golden retriever and a poodle. But you would also do well selling as a poodle. It means that you can sell high net worth products. It doesn't mean that you have to change what you sell. What you sell is okay. It's just that you have a potential and the capacity to sell to high net worth individuals just because of who you are. So you find that ordinarily, sometimes almost naturally, these people gravitate towards you in an interesting way. So you can take advantage of that to sell. And so you can begin to sell if you have an interest in selling high net worth products. Yes, why not? But it also means that you are able to influence people, because now people would naturally aspire to be in your space, right? So they almost feel like it's a privilege buying from you. That's how a poodle makes you feel. They almost make you feel like it's a privilege, right? For me to be selling to you and bring you this best deal ever. So even as a poodle, you can sell both normal products and high net worth products. All right, you just have a greater advantage selling high net worth products. Okay, next question. To those that always say you go after money as a believer and fall into sin. No, that's a poor mindset. All right, okay, I think that's not a question then. I don't think that's a question. All right, someone says, how do I craft stories to tell? To sell. That's not in this class. That is a whole module on its own. All right, that's not in this class. That would take like 3 hours at least to talk about that. Any other questions? Any other questions? Questions. Yeah, questions. All right, I'm a golden retriever. Can I build up potentials for poodles since I like their kind? Why not? You can. You can. I gave you the example of a dentist who went to go and enroll in a golf club. Why? He wants to do dental surgeries for billionaires. That's it. All right. Any other questions? If you're on YouTube, I'm waiting for your questions. And I'm sure he started doing dental surgeries for those billionaires right now. You know, sometimes people will think that, oh, billionaires have everything they need. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. All right. How do you keep up with old sales when trendy ones come up? I'm not sure what that question means. When you say old sales, please can you rephrase to help me understand better? How do you convince people to buy into network marketing that is health related when they have had a bad experience? Okay, so now this is the first thing I tell people. When you are doing network marketing, what you're not selling is a product. What you're selling is not the product. And that's where most people miss it with network marketing. They think they are selling a product. You are not selling a product. You are not. You need to go and read this book, Business of the 21st Century, written by Robert Kiyosaki. It is a fantastic book. Or The Business of People Who Love Helping People. Yeah, that's another book. The Business of People Who Love Helping People, right? Network marketing business is a personal development based business. It is a business for developing people. But because people do not understand the style of that business model, they think it's all about the product. No, it is not about the product, right? It is not about the product. So if you are selling network marketing and you are selling the product, you are selling the wrong thing. The product is the benefit of network marketing. It is not the business of network marketing. The business of network marketing is developing people. All right, so I'll leave that there. For instance, your sales becomes outdated. Do you mean your product or your service? Your product, all right, becomes outdated. What do you do with the old ones when the new ones come up? You keep on selling it. Is the old one not still useful? I'm sure it is. You keep on selling it. Yes. As a Chihuahua with the volume of knowledge, how do you really master your communication strategy to sales? All right. Selling is communication, ma. If you cannot communicate, you cannot sell. First of all, go and read the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Start from there. It is a fantastic book. Start from there. Our trainings are both virtual and physical, right? But most of them are virtual. Most of them are virtual. We haven't run physical schools since 2020, I think, or 2021, I think. All right. So all our classes are online for now. Sometimes you have physical training in our facility in Lagos. And you can be a part of it, right? What do you do with people that talk instead of buying and end up not buying what you're selling, even after spending an hour with them? Now, that's where you need to become very skillful. People can waste your time if you let them. So what do? You have to be skillful and find a way to navigate the conversation back to what you're selling, back to why you were there in the first place. All right. Now, if you're a based hound, right, you need to discipline yourself to stay with the sales. If you are a golden retriever as well, you need to discipline yourself to stay with the sales. And that can be the drawback of those two personalities. Unlike a pit bull, right? That bulldog, that's all he's after. That sale. Doesn't care if your leg is broken, your head is aching, your eyes is red. No. He wants to sell, right? And he will go after it till he gets it, right? But the real temptation can be with the Bayside Hound and the Golden Retriever. Now, because they like conversation and that's their style of getting people to buy from them, you can end up talking so much that you never close the sale. So, and that's why closing a sale is another skill entirely. You need to learn how to close a sale. You can start the entire sales process and it can be great. If you get to the point where you're supposed to close the sale and you don't close the sale, you spoiled everything, right? Yes, by Dale Carnegie. You can find it online. I'm sure it's downloadable in free format. You can buy it from any great bookshop. They should have it. Okay. All right. And that's it. I think that we've taken all the questions. I've taken all the questions on Telegram. I've taken all the questions on YouTube as well. All right. I've taken all the questions. And it's been a great time with you all tonight. But just before we go, let me tell you something. And don't say, is she selling to me? Yes, I am selling to you. And what I am selling to you is taking the cap off your earning capacity for the rest of your life. Now, there's just a limit to what I can tell you. In a 2-hour webinar, trust me, I cannot cover everything. And that's why we have a flagship course. It is called the Basic Leadership and Entrepreneurship course. All right, the Basic Leadership and Entrepreneurship course. I'm going to ask the admin to please post the copy of the book How to Win Friends and Influence People. It is a book you need to go sit down and read. But I want to tell you something that will change your life forever. All right, and I'm sure some people listening to me on this call have taken a course, the Basic Leadership and Entrepreneurship course, at one time or the other. Now, through that program, we have trained thousands of women, and even men. We've had women who have come to school and their husbands have joined just because they saw the transformation in the lives of their wives. Now, I want to tell you, signing up for BLEC is the best thing that you can do for your business. Trust me. It is not buying new machines. It is not hiring new staff. It is not all of those things that we think are fancy to do for our business. The best thing you can do for your business is growing you. And what we offer you through the BLEC course, it's a 9 weeks program, is to totally revamp the way that you think and do business and set you up to succeed. Now, my goal and my desire for women, especially, Black women, is to help them build sustainable brands. My desire is not to see your business succeed, but to see your business go beyond 50 years, 100 years, 200, 300, 500 years in Jesus' tarries. Because now this is the big challenge that most businesses have. Most of them never see the light of the day. In 5 years, in 10 years, they've mostly gone under. I told you a story if you were in the last webinar. I told you how my mother had a knack for business. This woman was good. There was typically nothing that she would do. She would kill it. But when she died, all her businesses died with her simply because she did not have the knowledge that we will be teaching you in this 9 weeks program. This program is robust. It will cover everything you know, from business development to personal development to finance to crafting even your story. And if you have products, all right, that are exportable, all right, we take a course as well in that program that tells you how you can prepare for exporting your services and your goods, right, in record time. What you need to do to ensure that you have your products that can be exportable. This BLEC course, it is a game changer for you. It will change your life completely. There are certain books you'll have to read, and we get to expose you to over 15 facilitators who are gurus in their fields, all right? They will take you from a point of not knowing what to do to knowing what to do. Now, at LLBI, our programs are not confusing, meaning that we will not give you business jargons that you don't know what to do with, right? We take the very technical things and make it simple, but doesn't lose its power, that you are able to understand it and you know what to do from the word go. You know how to do your business. So it means that you come to class today and we teach you about digitalized processes for your business. You will know what to do from that very class and you will take your business to its next level. So if you're here and you're thinking about changing the way that you do business, all right, you're thinking about increasing your business income, get on board the next class, all right, of the Basic Leadership and Entrepreneurship course. Now, this course is already highly subsidized by the Leading Ladies Foundation, and it goes for only 120,000 naira. That is very, 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 very cheap compared to the value that you'll be getting. All right. So it goes for 120,000 naira. And the last time I offered a 20% discount. I'm only offering it again simply because most people could not stay to the end of the webinar the last time, last Saturday. All right, but please note that this 20% discount ends by noon on Monday. All right, so if you do not pay before noon on Monday, you are not able to take advantage of the 20% discount. However, you can still pay in installments, right? So if you are ready to change your game forever, what do you need to do? Click the link right there if you are on Facebook or YouTube or you're on Telegram. All right, a link has been posted there. Click it and register, and you are well on your way to acing your business goals, all right, and expanding your business beyond what you ever thought possible. It is 120,000 naira. Classes begin on the 14th of June. From 14th of June, we'll take you on a 9 weeks adventure that will change your business game forever and ever and ever and ever. You would say, thank you, LFBI. Thank you. I'm glad I made this decision. Trust me when I say it will be one of the best decisions you ever made as regards your business. So get on board. Let us train you and let us help you get to your desired destination. Let us help you build a legacy and not a side hustle. I particularly hate that word hustle because if you're going to spend your time building a business, then do it well. Build something that will outlive you. We have businesses that we patronize today, banks that we bank with that have been existing for over hundreds of years. If you've ever drank Coke, you are drinking more than a century old product. Why is Coca-Cola still in business? It's because they understand and they know something that they are doing. Now, there are many, many things that you need to know as regards business. And these secrets, you only find them in training. All right. So get on board and be trained. And we look forward to seeing you. We look forward to seeing you. All right. I hear that there is a free gift. All right. I'm not sure what that free gift is, but I hear that there's a free gift. All right. There's a free gift for those who sign up. Okay. Maybe that free gift will be some consultation or an access to a master class that will not be open. All right. So take advantage of it. All right. And do it very, very, very quickly. Don't second guess it. Don't wait. There's never a best time. I remember somebody contacting me. This was a few years ago. I said, oh my, I wish I'd taken this course the first time I contacted you. By the time she was taking the course, she had wasted millions because she had made costly mistakes, right? You want to save yourself those mistakes and take the advice my mentor gave me many years ago. I'd never forgotten that. And I keep telling people everywhere I go, never assume you know anything until you have been trained. So let's train you to succeed. And let us train you to do business the right way. All right. So register and get on board the women that have been empowered, to become the billionaires, all right, of the next generation. So get on board, get registered, whether you run a service-based business or you run a product-based business, or you don't even have a business idea. You're the ones I even love the most, right? Because we can help you from scratch to build for success. All right. So I trust that you're making that decision right away and you have registered. All the classes are online, completely online. All right. The classes are online. Classes are delivered via Zoom. All right. You are in a support group. You have mentors throughout the 9-week period. You have mentors. You are going to be accountable with your goals. We'll teach you on goal setting. Of course, we'll ensure that you have a vision board before the training is over. All right. Everything that your business would need. If your business is within the age of 0 to 20 years, this course is very, very, very valid to you and highly recommended that you take it. All right. So I hope that you learned something today. I hope that you learned something today. If you have questions, the phone number to call is right there on the screen. All right. Please help me post on YouTube as well. If you have questions, please reach out to us. Send us a message. We'd love to hear from you. But even better, we'd like to see you in class. All right. Like to see you in class. Don't forget the book I asked you to read. Go and read the book, How to Win Friends and to Influence People. It will change your game forever and get you started, all right, on your new journey as a real entrepreneur. Don't forget, I said, if you can't sell, you don't have a business. All right, you need to know what selling is and master the art in a short time. All right, so thank you very much. Now I have exceeded my time plenty, but it's always fun being here with you. All right, always fun. All right, being here, learning and growing and improving and changing the narratives of women across the continent of Africa. I believe that greatness is in Africa. I love Africa and I love African women, and I'm committed to building African businesses because I believe that, if African owned businesses can rise, we can change the narrative of this continent and change the narrative even of government, of economics, of everything that has to do with us here. All right, so let's get on with it. All right, the first step is to learn and learn and learn and keep on learning for the rest of your life. All right, so I look forward to seeing you on board. I look forward to seeing you in the class, learning and growing. All right, for further information, all right, we'll send you out a brochure, we'll send you out an email, all right, so that you can learn more about the course. You can see the wealth of knowledge that we have stored up for you as you get enrolled. All right, admin, would you just post the curriculum so that we can see what the curriculum looks like? In 9 weeks, you'll be taking at least 15 to 18 courses. I'm sorry, I can't remember the number right now. But if we have the brochure right here, please share it. All right. The courses will be taken. All right. It's very interesting what you get to learn from the best of the best of the best. All right. So you can be sure you are getting the best from us. So thank you. And I think now we have come to the end of tonight's training. Right. If you have further inquiries, send us a message, send us an email. You can send us a message via WhatsApp. Our number is posted there, or you can send us an email and we would love to hear from you and we would respond to you. You can also book a call, all right, if you want. Sometimes we offer free consulting services, all right, for women-owned businesses. If you have anything you'd like us to speak to you about, you can reach out, would sign you up with one of our consultants for free. All right, but make sure that you are registered with the bill for the BILE course, all right, to take advantage of that particular free consultation. All right, so thank you, everyone. Thank you. All right, to the team running everything in the back end, thank you, and apologize, all right, for the power issues that we experienced earlier on. Thank you. I'm believing, that one day, somebody here in Africa will solve all our power issues and our power problems. All right. So if that's you, get on with the business right away. All right. And make it better for us. Thank you so much. I love you all and I appreciate you. And I'm looking forward to seeing you on the other side in school, learning and growing. So God bless you. Thank you.